climb off the bottom of the ladder here at Princes Park, home to the Cats. Had a heavy, consistent shower of rain for a couple of hours. It has cleared for the moment. Hocking has been in devastating form. He sets them going. Off to Hinkley, who pumps it high in towards Ablett territory at half forward. Silvani's there. Ablett attempts a soccer off the ground. It ricochets away. The Cats winning the toss, kicking to the left of screen and kicking to the scoreboard end.
Silvani with the job on Gary Ablett.
And it's Silvani's free kick back towards the centre wing. Big day for Tommy Albert. It's his 200. Steve Hocking caught by Bond. Ball spills free. Could have been a push in the back. Barnes, fine performance last week. Gets a kick that goes past Diesel Williams. They'll be looking for big things for him today. High kick comes up towards centre wing. Hickmott chasing. The ball will be very, very slippery. There's Albert looking for a touch, an early touch in his 200. Doesn't get it. Kick is long for the Cats. That was by Kane Little up towards half forward. But a Carlton ball once again, intercepting Peter Dean across half back.
Kick by Dean in towards the centre, missed by Gary Hocking, collected by Barnes, punched forward there by Hinkley. Well trapped by Christou. His kick towards full forward in the Kernahan direction. Matching him up is Stephen O'Reilly, and O'Reilly does well. Awkward, good ball to gather, and Bradley looking for out of bounds. And not given. So Stephen O'Reilly breathes a sigh of relief.
They're not playing those this year, Robbo. No doubt that was deliberate. Here it is again, O'Reilly, nowhere to go. It doesn't matter if you haven't got an option. That doesn't come into the equation.
I saw one on Monday, Bernie, that was so blatant it wasn't funny. Here's Gary Hocking, close to the boundary line. He's able to keep the ball in play, and his kick to the wing is very well marked by Little. And I haven't seen him, even in the Foster's Cup games.
Tons of pace, Robbo. Saw him last week against Footscray. He can run.
Good play there by the Geelong youngster. Dean, taken by Mansfield, then Hickmott gets clear and kicks with the left foot towards centre half forward. It's vacant area. Silvani with superior strength, which is unusual when you consider that his man up there was Gary Ablett, and he clears towards the boundary line. Riccardi kicked over on the full nearly, was it, by Ratton? Not according to the boundary umpire, that was only 3 metres away, so a throw-in will take place about 65 metres around from the Geelong goal.
Still no score to either side, but the Cats doing the bulk of the attack. Madden slung off the ball. Here's a chance for Brewer to set sail to Bairstow. Now we've got a score on the board. The Cats are away. Bairstow gets his first and Geelong's.
I think that Bairstow is actually lining up on Diesel Williams, Greg Williams. And I think they'll be looking for Mark Bairstow to do a lot of running away from Mark Williams here this afternoon at Princes Park. That's been...
Greg.
What did I say? Mark Williams.
Former Collingwood captain.
I don't know where that came from. Of course, Greg Williams.
So, Geelong away to a good start through Bairstow. Barnes wins it out of the centre to Hocking. They go forward once again in a promising thrust, but a good mark taken in the last line of defence by Sexton. He's at half-back. Drifts it back in towards the middle. Bradley came charging down. Little stood his ground. He's a long left footer. Hanley, the flyer. Robbo couldn't take the mark. Oh, an interesting little kick from Silvani, and it's eventually gone over the line by Barry Mitchell with another cry for deliberate.
Bit unlucky with that mark, Robbo, do you think?
No, I think you've got to hold the mark, even though the conditions are a little
I'll tell you
awkward.
what, it wasn't a bad effort. I've seen worse efforts than that paid on dry days.
Yes, and I think that the umpires sometimes give too many marks away too easily. Here's Gary Hocking. He's a good player, Gary Hocking. Oh, Ablett's Silvani slipped over. Ablett's either got the mark or the free kick. Take your pick. Geelong 1 goal, kicked by Bairstow. And Gary Ablett has a chance to kick his first goal. Sexton a little late on the scene, but one way or the other, it was Gary Ablett's ball.
Yeah, 7 goals last week, Gary Ablett. Playing against Footscray, 7 goals, 6 in fact. He could have really broken the goal-kicking record for Geelong against Footscray last week.
Any thoughts how long he can last for? After this kick, maybe. Here goes Gary Ablett. Very close, tight angle though, and he misses, kicks across the face. How long can he last for?
Played right back on that kick first of all, Robbo, but playing it full forward and handled properly by the coach. I think Gary Ablett would have 2 or 3 seasons left.
Well, I ask you because you feel that your career was prematurely ended. Cut.
Well,
Correct?
well, let's concentrate on the game.
This is Mackay. Bit of drama here at Princes Park. Mackay's kick up towards centre wing. Blue fans keen to see him back. Brewer, too long. Too long. Milhana from centre wing. Big Mill turned 28 last Tuesday. Kicks towards Kernahan through the arms of Hinkley, off to Hocking, now Couch and away they go. Bairstow through the middle. It's quite a pattern to it, isn't it? Free kick is going against Hickmott and it's going to Mackay.
How many times have you called Hocking, Couch and Bairstow in a passage of play for the Cats?
That's exactly right. But, they've certainly done the job for them. Silvani has done the job for Carlton too. Kicks in towards the middle. Hogg does the roving and does it beautifully. Now a chance for the Blues to go forward. Whitehead up to half forward. No mark taken by Colbert. Could prove costly. Kernahan! Kerners is back.
Apparently was suffering a little bit from a virus, I believe, last week. And I went to the lunch before the game and I spoke to John Elliott, the president of the Blues, and he said, watch him, he's cherry ripe ready for this game.
Well, champion player, no doubt, Stephen Kernahan. There's a mistake by Lee Colbert. Kernahan, he's been Carlton's leading goal kicker every year since his first season here at Carlton in 1986.
Great player, Stephen Kernahan. Justin Madden jumps early. Williams is in the middle of that action with Gary Hocking, and we'll see a lot of that during the afternoon. There's Fraser Brown, and doesn't look as though he's got too close to the Wilkinson Swords this morning. Madden and Barnes. Barnes reads it a little bit better than Justin Madden. Mackay, Williams, Brewer the tackler, no. Number 23 was Liam Pickering for the Cats, and Williams receives the free kick. Play on now. Mackay in a bit of trouble. Hickmott the tackler. Mackay gets free. You're in trouble now. He gets rid of it quickly, but it cuts in short. Bairstow's handball for Gary Hocking. Just a little bit too far for that player, but he's able to gather, then get it away to Couch. Couch quickly onto that left foot, and the mark taken by Hickmott. And I think this man could be a very good player for Geelong over a long period of time. Hickmott came into the side in '92, playing in the finals. His kick towards the goal face. Oh, good mark.
Might be a free kick, I think.
No, it's a free kick against the Geelong player.
He marked very well last week against Footscray, Stephen Handley, playing at centre-half forward.
Dean's kick goes wide and finds Whitehead.
It's
coming
back.
back.
Going back.
Point the difference, favouring the Cats. He elects to go short again. Brown under pressure, sits over the football. Now it spills free to Couch. He soccers towards goal. Ablett gives it another one. They're still going, but eventually it's over the line in the right forward pocket. Kane Little unable to keep it in.
The forwards working very hard here. Good signs for Geelong, because the Geelong forwards working particularly hard to make sure that ball stays in the forward zone.
Handley and Madden jostling. Madden looking to hold front spot, and he does. And in doing so gets a free kick. Well, he loves to move it along quickly. Hand pass across to Matty Hogg. Couple of touches, then up towards Milhana. And Alvin, beaten by Brewer. Lovely pass finds Buddha Hocking, who's started in devastating fashion, but that kick has let him down. He may get another chance. Beats one, gets the hand pass away. Who can take it? Brown at the bottom, tries to spoon it out towards Sexton. Still inside 50. Williams is there also. The Cats wanting to keep it in their attacking zone. Carlton desperate to get it out.
Where's a whistle?
Call it up.
He hasn't called it up.
Oh, you're an imbecile.
It's still going. Settle down, Robbo.
Oh,
You're kidding.
He's lost it.
He lost his
Now,
whistle.
that is absolutely ridiculous.
Listen to the crowd.
His whistle. There, he lost his whistle there, the umpire.
I think he may have.
That was incredible. There's a pack of about 30 players around there. There was no hope of getting it out.
He's the centre of attention at the moment.
Oh, goodness.
So, a bounce. Again with Handley and Madden. Coming over the top was Dean, and he belts it past Alvin in towards the centre. Tommy may get a chance here. He soccers it clear, but Bond has a free kick for a push, so it'll come back to the middle. And this youngster, Troy Bond, will send them into attack. Off he goes to Christou. Long left footer in towards Williams. Going to be paid the mark inside 50. Well, Geelong fans may suggest, why was Handley not paid at the other end of the ground?
Correct, mate.
It was a cleaner mark, actually, Handley's. Here we see again in replay. Couch not judging it all that well. And Diesel certainly didn't have control of that one. It wasn't knocked out of his hands. He lost it himself.
So Williams looking to put the Blues in front. They trail by a point. He can either tie up the scores or he can give them the lead. He's tied them up. 1-1 apiece.
It looks as though Couch may be playing on Greg Williams. I think they've made a change very early, and I think Matthew Hogg is picking up Mark Bairstow now.
The kick in comes to the social club side of the ground. Up high was Cook, couldn't take the mark. Kicked away by Colbert for Geelong in towards the centre. The punch away, rebounds back near the centre of the ground. Williams characteristically holds onto the football, but in doing so the kick was smothered. Dean, wide, Whitehead, Christou, back to Bond. Bond goes in short, Dean's fumble, not quite as critical as he would have thought. He's kicked towards full forward. Madden, too strong for his opponent there.
Barnes it is, yeah.
And Madden's got the mark.
There's a replay. He's too tall there, Justin Madden, using his height to the advantage there to take that mark in front of John Barnes. And good body work there also from the big fellow, Justin Madden.
I think Brewer, oh no, you're right, Couch is quite near Greg Williams, back behind where Madden's shooting for goal here. So Madden is normally a very reliable kick for goal. And it splits the perpendiculars for a goal to Justin Madden. And the Blues lead 2-1, Geelong are 1-1.
He's been around a long time now, the big fella, Justin Madden. Playing game number 265 here this afternoon against Geelong. And as Robbo called, he is very accurate in front of goal. Now 165 career goals.
So the Blues lead. As we go back to the centre, Barnes this time wins it, but straight to Williams. What can Diesel do out of the centre? He's eventually forced to soccer it clear. Brewer may be first to it. He is for the Cats, gets a short hand pass. It's socket off the ground. Bond giving chase. First to the football, but needs help. Gives it to Hannah. He's got to give a little ground. Inside he goes. Sexton, a late kick. Under pressure, wobbles it towards Hocking. He runs into his own man. A cry of ball from the Carlton Social Club, and it runs over the line for a throw-in.
I think the trouble with this three umpire system, Sandy, is that the talent is being spread very thinly across all the games.
Barnes, Couch, does well, off to the running Bairstow. Inside 50, down towards the left half forward flank, down towards Ablett. Ablett and Silvani. He keeps it in play, but he's lost it. Silvani will take it away. Off towards Mitchell on the half back line. Gives it to McKay. Under pressure. His kick is short. Brewer intercepts Hannah. Tries to get the hand pass back again. Brewer comes through. Centering kick. Again towards Ablett. Oh, strong clash with Hogg, but both are okay. Sexton's taken to ground. McKay comes away. Almost a drop kick in slippery conditions. Brown ripped off the football, managed to scoop it towards Madden, drops over the top with Barnes right on his hammer, and the umpire comes in and has another ball up.
Typical there of Matthew Hogg after that clash with Gary Ablett. He was straight up on his feet and back into the action.
Tommy Alvin in picture there, playing his 200th game for the Blues. Here goes Brown, little handball, Williams, brilliant vision, gives Whitehead the chance. Waited for it to sit. Now the handball, Williams. Can he get his second goal? No, can't even get his first. Kick towards half forward. Down goes Whitehead. Here's Colbert. Handball loose, Hocking. That's Steve. Away to Matthew Mansfield. Michael in towards half forward. Punched away strongly there by Dean. Safety of the boundary line, out of bounds.
There's a couple of ordinary hand passes there on the Carlton half-forward line from Williams, and then the one coming back from Whitehead. Just made it that little bit extra difficult for the Carlton players to pick up that ball. A little bit greasy here at Princes Park.
6 points the margin. Sexton leaves it for Bradley. He's under pressure. His handball over the top. It's taken by McKay over the line once again. Another throw in deep in Geelong's attacking zone. A crowd of around 25,000 in attendance here at Princes Park. A game vital for both, particularly for Carlton. They're looking for their first 4 points of the season. Peter Dean defends. Comes up towards centre wing. No one at home. Lee Colbert is going to be paid the football.
They ask the players to do a lot of tough things and then they give a kick like that.
Colbert on centre wing. Well, Sexton's got his name on that, but it slips through his fingers. Silvani does the backing up with Christou. It's the former who takes it. Wide towards the wing. May have picked out Hannah, but it's going to be intercepted by Mansfield. He kicks it high. Ablett will wait at the back. Riccardi will come over the top. Dean is in front, and he does well. Defending stoutly, Peter Dean. Off to Sexton. Sexton wobbles a kick towards 200 gamer Tommy Alvin. Oh, Williams beautifully done to Mitchell. That's lovely, and look at this. Well, he can head for home because there's no one within 30 metres. Instead, he goes short, and Mitchell will have a shot. Distance will probably test him.
Good running by Mitchell.
Yep, because he was involved in the passage.
Yeah, but it's just what's needed
down
by,
the ground
by that player. And Gerard Healy mentioned a week or so ago, I think it was in Adelaide, when Carlton were beaten by the Crows, that his confidence was very, very low. So to get into the game early, just what he needs. Let's see if he can get a goal for the Blues. Well, he tries to get as close as he can to the man on the mark, and in doing so, gets underneath it. It's belted back towards him once again. The Cats certainly have the numbers, and they'll get out of trouble, swinging it back towards Couch and Bairstow, and it's Couch who takes it. Paul Couch up towards half forward. Hanley caught out of position. The bounce may favour him. He's in opposition to Dean. He does well to get it out to Ablett. Ablett on his left foot in towards goal. Was it touched? Yes, it was. A magnificent shot by the master, but touched on the line and one behind. He has contributed. I think I've got your teeth in, Robbo. He has contributed 2 behinds. Christou kicks straight down the ground. Mark taken by Sexton. Made no mistake with that one. Short pass wide for Hannah. He can go over the top if and when he can control the football. Oh, he slipped the tackle. Don't think Malcolm Blight would be too happy with those tackles. Up towards half forward. Very fierce the football. Colbert was good. Made the half volley. Then Brewer. Good ball handling. Hickmott goes back to Brewer. Maybe one handball too many. Couch caught by Hannah. Kick it. He does now. Andrew McKay. Up towards half forward. Sitting in front is Colbert. Kernahan just a yard or two late. Colbert takes the mark for Geelong at centre half back. He comes to the members' side, and Hickmott could have made the ground and marked it, but allowed it to bounce. Then the smother, brilliantly affected by Alvin. Alvin's still in the action, but Hickmott able to get the handball out to McGrath. McGrath short, Couch is on the end of it, and Couch has it just forward of centre wing. Spots the player further down the ground. It's Handley, and he marks inside 50 metres. He's about 47 metres from goal. 47 metres is Stephen Handley. Blues are 2-1. The Cats are 1-2. Here goes Handley. Gets good distance with the kick, but he's offline and through for one behind.
Of course, playing centre half forward in the absence of Barry Stoneham, Geelong's regular centre half forward, and they are missing him fairly severely, I would think, Geelong. Good kick by Silvani, pinpoints Hannah, just wide of centre half back.
Hannah comes towards Bradley. With him is Bairstow. Nice use of the body by Craig Bradley. Former Port Adelaide star goes up towards Bond on right half forward. You can't keep it in play. Fine attempt to mark by the youngster, but a throw-in. Blue sky doing its best to peek through the clouds here in Melbourne now. Fairly heavy rain this morning. It's made it a little slippery here at Princes Park. Hannah sitting underneath the Hinkley ball. Marks unopposed.
Fourth kick to Hannah.
Good first quarter. Barnes will be the flyer to try and belt it away with his fist. He couldn't. Williams caught one high, and he'll take the free kick outside 50. Kernahan's his man. Or is it? No. He's taken another option. They finished with him in the end. In fact, it could come back to Williams. The kick is high. Brewer comes over the top. Williams stands his ground. Never lost sight of the football. And he pumps them into half forward again. This time he finds Kernahan. Has an airy. Goes in again, sticks to try and get it out for his blue teammates. Can't do so. And another bounce. While at the bottom of the pack was Liam Pickering for the Cats. Also Lee Colbert. Under 5 minutes remaining in this fairly even first quarter. Bond, a high snap over the top. It bounces into the left forward pocket for Carlton, bouncing away from James Cook.
People think they're goal umpires.
Either that or there's a choir on the loose somewhere. Who knows? Barnes and Kernahan again. Lock horns. Pickering's kick is high. Into the middle. Christou eventually picks it up off to Bradley. They've got a chance here if the ball could just sit for Sexton, but it is very slippery and very difficult. Brown couldn't take it. Hogg caught. The ball spilled free. Now a chance for Hocking. Butta does well down towards the sprinting Hanley. He gets a nice bounce. Back he goes to Wills. Now Hocking can come into it again with Hogg, but there's a whistle. A late one. And it's going to go back.
A free kick going to Wills, I think, Sandy, for a high tackle, the umpire indicating. I thought it was a very good tackle from Christou.
Or is it Forsman?
Or Forsman.
Ablett, plucked it.
I think maybe that tackle back at half forward might have been legitimate, but he held on too long, I think, and threw the guy to the ground after the ball had just been slung clear.
Gary Ablett kicking for his first. There's two behinds to his credit. With this for Geelong to regain the lead. 3 minutes remaining. No mistake by Gary Ablett. He gets his first. Bairstow has one, and the Cats lead 2-3 to 2-1.
Beautiful, relaxed kicking style there from Gary Ablett. 720 career goals, 10 for the season. Here we see it again in action. Steve Silvani outbodied, outthought there by Gary Ablett. 720 goals in 187 matches. And Robbo, yes, I think he could go on for 2 or 3 seasons playing at full forward. Very fit player, very strong, good use of the body, and keeps himself very fit.
Okay, play restarted in the centre of the ground. Williams overruns it. Couch tries to get it clear, but Gary Hocking gets it to Bairstow. Bairstow's kick punched away by Ratton. Ball rebounds for Dean. He's doing well across that back line. A high kick.
Clash.
Mansfield jumping high. Ball spills. Williams. His kick not really all that effective by Williams standards. Into the centre. A good mark taken by Hogg. Asked to play on. Gets past. Short kick. Half forward. Down goes Pickering, but he's able to get the handball to Couch. Couch to half forward. Ratton a big punch. Through comes Forsman. He's grabbed, didn't have the football. Umpire only 5 metres adjacent to that. Handley's handball. Goes wide. Couch onto that left foot. Kick smothered. In goes Hogg with desperation. Tries to get it clear. Handley caught by Ratton. Ball spills now for Whitehead. And he shows very good composure in his first senior game. He's played one night game. Forced it into the centre. Brown. That's Fraser Brown. Gets it to Williams. Williams looks to give the hand pass away, then decides to kick up towards half forward. Cook is, well, that was a fairly ordinary free kick, I would have thought also. And this is my argument, and I'll go on with it till the season ends. Why give easy free kicks like that, which result maybe in a goal to Carlton, and they asked blokes like 7 minutes ago to nearly kill themselves at half forward for Geelong, and they just said play on.
Well, fair enough, Robbo. The umpire indicating there that the Geelong player was holding onto the Guernsey, which he was, and he was only about 10 metres away, the umpire.
Well, here's Cook from 30 metres out, directly in front, and he's kicked a goal for the Blues. James Cook gets his first goal, and heavily laden there, his forehead with, what would that be, Vaseline?
Vaseline, I would think. Keep the water out of his eyes. There's his opponent there in Lee Colbert. too happy with each other, but the umpire, at least with the 3-umpire system, the umpire was right on the spot there to award that. Look at this in replay. That's what the free kick was paid for, that initial holding.
But does it stop the player from contesting the mark?
Not at all.
The Blues by 4 points late in the first quarter. It comes off the boot of Williams onto Bradley. High towards half forward. Kernahan trying to swat it over the back door closer to goal. He may get another chance. He loses it. Bond scouting, waiting. Brown working hard. Push towards Couch. Came from McGrath. Bond intercepts. He's pretty quick. He eventually gets caught. Off to Hogg. Kick under pressure. He loses it. Close to the boundary line once again. Bairstow gets a wild hand pass over. Under pressure.
Tommy Alvin was good there at one stage. Just dived on them.
So was Bond there too.
Yeah.
Just showed the pace got away from Paul Couch.
So a throw-in in Carlton's attacking zone. Kernahan and Barnes. Bairstow got one high, and he'll take a free kick in the back pocket. Opened proceedings for Geelong this afternoon with a goal, but as you can see, Bond getting him round the neck. Comes to half-back towards Hickmott. Hannah the flyer. Couldn't get a touch to it. Barnes runs into trouble. Solidly met by Ratton. And a throw-in.
Ratton getting up a little gingerly from that clash.
Yeah, I think Barnes just saying, hang on, that was a little bit high, wasn't it, that tackle?
Here he is with Madden. Hocking. Burst through Gary Hocking. Socket out of Mitchell's hands by Couch. Clever little chip up towards the 50-metre line, and the mark taken by Adrian Hickmott. Could be one of the last kicks of the day if he decides, of the quarter, if he decides to go long. Looks for Ablett. Almost an excellent pass. Hanley does well. He does extremely well to Forsman. He can go. No. They're behind on the siren, and it's quarter time here at Princes Park.
Sounds like you and I on Sunday morning sometimes, that siren, doesn't it?
There. Quarter time. Geelong are 2-4. They trail the Blues, who are 3-1. 3 points the margin. Carlton goes into the second quarter at Princes Park, leading by just 3 points after a very even first quarter. Couch tries to get it out for the Cats and does well. Sheer persistence wins him the football. Kicks down to half forward, but only as far as Dean. Peter Dean and the veteran class for the Blues. Short to Bradley. Was that a con? It doesn't matter. If it was, because he succeeded. Through just about everyone at half forward. Brown gets it out to Mitchell. Another quick hand pass comes wide to James Cook. He kicked a goal in the first quarter. Then he come back to Mitchell, and he'll take a free kick for a push. Inside 50. Kernahan the target. Can't take the clean mark. Bond does the scouting. He's very quick. He's under pressure. Heads towards the boundary line. Keeps it just in play. That was for Adrian Whitehead. Back to Bond. Charges in towards full forward. A high kick once again. No one able to take the mark. Mitchell!
That's what we like Mitchell do.
That will do his confidence no harm at all. 4-1 plays 2-4.
Yes, that's what he needed early in the game. Barry Mitchell has been a champion player in the past with Sydney. You see this in replay. The Geelong player, Mansfield or Colbert, I think it was, going for the punch, not trying to force it through as he should have, tried to keep the ball back in play.
Barry Mitchell kicks Carlton's fourth goal. Struggle to try and get the ball clear of the centre. The Blues have got the free kick, no advantage. They were looking for it, but the ball will come back, and the kick is to be taken by Hogg. Hogg may have the job tagging Gary Hocking, Bernie, by the look of it. Williams, grabbed from behind, should be penalised. No, bit lucky there. Oh, gee whiz. Brewer, his kick towards half forward, punched away by Dean. Is he quick to recover? Not quite as quick as Riccardi. Riccardi taps the ball in front. Great gather by Ratton under pressure, and he goes for the boundary line and finds it quite near the players' interchange area. Good combination there between the Carlton defenders to clear the ball. Harassment of Riccardi was important.
Yes, you're right, Robbo. Matthew Hogg now picking up Gary Hocking.
Madden could have been held. Bradley taken high as he took the kick. And it will come back.
Like to know that rule. Scragged as you kick it, does the ball come back or go down the ground? No such thing anymore, Bernie.
I think it's after. Had he been tackled after he'd got rid of the ball, Robbo, it's down the field. But in the act of kicking it, when the tackle was applied, it has to go back to the player where he had that kick.
Bradley from half-back. Goes long towards Kernahan. O'Reilly, a good fist from behind. Alvin, a short kick. Straight to Brewer, however. Sweeps the hand passing towards Couch. There's a whistle. Advantage paid to the Cats. Couch's kick is long up towards half forward. Hanley, the flyer over the top, couldn't take it. Ratton trying to storm through. Silvani is there, so too Ablett. Ablett's kick. One behind. He has 1 goal, 3 from the Cats' score of 2 goals, 5. McKay is tucked in the back pocket. Goes long to the outer side. Hannah is surrounded by 2 or 3 Cats. Can't complete the mark. Now he gets support through the young boy from Wodonga and Adrian Whitehead. Back to Hannah. Up towards Mitchell. Pickering is there too for the Cats. Couldn't take it. Has another attempt. Alvin couldn't take it. Slippery ball. And eventually wobbled over the line. A bit of safety and a bit of a spell before another throw.
Gee, Whitehead's done well, hasn't he?
They look good. Actually, Whitehead and Bond, very pacey players for this Carlton side.
Whitehead's had 8 possessions so far. Alvin, in his 200th game, the kick towards forward pocket. Bond recovered, got the handball away, and it is a free kick. Well, who was it that came in very, very severely? Gary Hocking.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that that's a free kick. There we see Bond falling. Hocking with the knees in the middle of Bond's back.
Well, I wonder what else he's supposed to do. Is he's got to jump over the top of the body, does he? Bond's kick to the square. Big punch by Johnny Barnes. It goes through for a rush behind of the Blues. Go on, Bernie. You're looking at me a little bit
I can't believe you'd say that, Robbo. What else can he do? He certainly can jump over the player's body or grab the Guernsey.
Yeah, fair enough. I only asked a question.
O'Reilly brings it back into play. I don't know what you two had for lunch, but it had plenty of spice in it. Couch. Towards the middle. Brewer takes the mark. Thinks about Couch going past. He's running down the flank, but elects to go down the middle. Long and direct towards the leaping Hanley. Couldn't take it. Mansfield under pressure. So too is Forsman. High kick by Hickmont goes straight up and down. This could bring more rain. No mark. It's on the 50-metre line for Geelong. Couch somehow gets clear. He wants someone going past, and he's got it. Now an opportunity for Little. In towards full forward. Which way will it bounce? The Blues have the numbers, or have they? The Cats quickly pounce upon it. Hanley is there. Dean for Carlton is at the bottom of the pack. Mansfield comes over the top, and a bounce will take place.
Well tied up there by the Carlton defence. Silvani, Peter Dean working hard. Had an injury-riddled season last year, Peter Dean. Great to see him back and playing well in this Carlton defence.
25 metres out from the scoring zone. Cats trail at the moment. Harold Madden gets it away. Christou's kick towards Williams. Oh, he recovers well. Almost caught one a little high. Well, accidental. But he did cop it high, and a little bit of feeling between Forsman and Christou. Things starting to warm up just a little at Princes Park. Williams towards centre wing. Forsman a little too far underneath it. Free kick going the way of Carlton. It's going to be taken by James Cook. On he goes from centre wing. Up towards Kernahan at the back. One. Couldn't complete the second grab. Ratton, a quick snap. Which way will it bounce? McGrath sees it over the line, conceding one behind.
A good defensive work there by Tim McGrath. It probably was the percentage thing to do. But Carlton proceed to 4 goals 3. Geelong at 2-5. The kick in has been marked by Pickering. Pickering who comes to the member side, basically kicked it straight to Cook. Now, Cook was the #1 draft choice, I think, Bernie, wasn't he, a couple of years ago, and has taken a long time to progress to senior Carlton ranks, and maybe that's why. Justin Madden gets the ball clear. Little, nearly tackled by Christou, under pressure. Little's kick goes towards half forward, and Sexton nips in, takes the mark at half back.
Yes, he was picked up in the 1990 national draft. Cook, the #2 pick, in fact, Robbo.
I think behind Jason McCartney, maybe. That kick has been marked brilliantly by Williams. Away to Brown, who's only just got into the game. Kernahan, play by O'Reilly. Ball rebounds. Tommy Alvin, kick it off the ground, Tommy! Oh, dear me. Well, a chance went lamenting there. Tommy Alvin, 200 games. And he just couldn't quite get his foot to the ball. Kernahan does the ruck work. Williams, handball, looks for Brown. Taken away by Bairstow. Bairstow's kick into the centre of the ground. Sexton punched away. Ratton. Oh, good handball to the advantage of McKay, who gathered it nicely. Up towards half forward. Rebounds for Bradley. Bradley goes for goal. And the shot is offline, out of bounds on the full. A free kick to be taken back there by O'Reilly.
10 points the margin. O'Reilly to the outer side once more. Very congested area. Madden up with the one hand. There's
Shepherding free
some
kick.
interference, yes. And now the advantage is going to be paid. There's some very interesting decisions being made here at Princes Park today. Mansfield's kick up towards the 50-metre line. Hanley out in front. Big man wants to get on with the job towards Ablett. Tucked in the pocket. Loses it. Well done by Sexton off to Christou. Big Ange runs across full back. Bounced his way out of trouble. Centering kick. Williams was his man, but it's Hocking who intercepts. Gary Hocking. 5 kicks. Short to Forsman. Now Couch. Tucked in the left forward pocket is this left footer. He's been very busy. 9 kicks, 3 hand passes, has taken 4 marks.
Played very well last week too against Footscray.
So a good start to the 94 season. Paul Couch. They need a goal. They trail, and he's got it. An excellent kick by Paul Couch. His first. The margin is again just 4 points.
It's a great kick there from Paul Couch, the 1989 Brownlow medalist, an All-Australian in 91, and a very serviceable player for the Cats over the years. He started in 1985.
Bounce back in the centre. Madden gets the tap out. Bradley doesn't waste any time. Knocks it to half forward, and Bradley goes after it again. Held didn't have the football. In goes Brown, grabbed very well by McGrath, I thought. Umpire wasn't in such a bad position there, and he gives the free kick to the Carlton player, Brown. Brown goes long, the big man back in the square. Madden just stood his ground and was too tall at the back of that pack of 4 players, and he marks right on the end of the square.
Yes, Big Justin makes it very difficult for the opposition here, using his height to a great advantage. There's Barnes getting back, just running into Kernahan there, couldn't get back with Madden. Good use of the body by both these Carlton forwards, Kernahan and Madden. Kernahan being fairly well held at the moment by Stephen O'Reilly. This should be a certain goal for the Blues.
Madden kicks for goal and puts it through. So Justin Madden has kicked 2 goals. He becomes the only multiple goal scorer at the moment. 5-3 plays 3-5 the Blues lead.
Yes, Big Justin Madden, there it is again, that mark over O'Reilly and Barnes. Just going back there playing, well, they don't bludge so much the ruckman these days. They don't get back in defence taking easy marks. They're being asked to play a different role, and that is go forward, play a more attacking role. And Justin Madden's kicked 2 goals, 1 in the first and now 1 in the second.
And the margin is again out to 10 points. 11.5 minutes remaining in this second quarter. Barnes wins the tap, but that is all. Whitehead went steaming through, gave the football away to Mitchell. Through Madden, it goes off to Bradley. Bradley pumps Carlton forward. Down towards Kernahan once again. Well spoiled, however. Kernahan will get another chance. He snaps. Oh, what a goal, Kerners! He kicks his 516th career goal, his second for the day. And a couple to the Blues, they open up a handy little gap.
Well, that's a good value, the real value of Steve Kernahan. Great overhead, but in conditions such as these where it's a little bit more difficult to mark here this afternoon, heavy rain fell during the reserves match. Kernahan is able to follow up and has great ground skills for a player of 196 centimetres.
.11 minutes left in the second term. The Blues have now kicked 6 goals, 3, and they go forward again. McKay having an influence across half-back. Oh, excellent mark taken by Colbert. Handball away. McGrath has to go back onto that left foot. Doesn't kick quite as well off that side. Gathered by McKay. Mitchell. Scragg in the back, according to the umpire. Geelong fans out there aren't too happy with that decision, but it looked as though it may have been worthy of a free kick to Barry Mitchell. He goes in towards the centre looking for Bradley. Beaten for it by Bairstow, and Bairstow goes to the safety of the boundary line. And Optus Communications, the sponsor of Optus Oval, in the background there. Plenty of signs out there, but that one stands out. There's Mark Bairstow and Craig Bradley on centre wing. Madden doing the ruck work. 10.5 minutes left in the quarter. Williams takes it away. His hand pass to no one in particular. Pickering nearly run down by Barry Mitchell. Pickering gets his left foot to it and kicks it high towards the wing. Running back with the flight of the ball was Madden. And a free kick is picked out of it. The Blues getting the best of these. They've now had 19 free kicks to 4. So no wonder the Geelong fans out there aren't very happy at the moment. James Cook couldn't take the mark. Knocked away by Colbert. And it is over for a boundary throw-in.
Ten minutes remaining in the first half. Handley over the top. Brown gets the hand pass to Bradley. Craig Bradley towards Kernahan. The two South Australians combine as they have done so often. Riccardi in defence. High kick back towards half-back. Barnes was the leaper, couldn't take it. Couch tidies up, putting it out in front of Hickmott. Giving chase was Sexton. Back he goes again to Couch. Geez, been busy, Paul Couch. Kick number 11 to half forward. Hocking, not held. Hogg given a nudge. Advantage paid. Alvin again towards Kernahan. Couldn't take it. Bond. Advantage to Bond. There was a free kick to Kernahan. Bond finishes it off with a goal. Troy Bond gets his first, and suddenly the Blues are alight and the dark clouds hover above Malcolm Blight. 7-3 plays 3-5.
4 goals to 1 in this second quarter. Mansfield off for the Cats. He's been replaced by Andrew Wills, number 4. And things not looking too good for Geelong at the moment, because Carlton certainly controlling this game in the second quarter. There's that free kick against O'Reilly. Advantage paid. Away goes Bond.
So the Blues pumped at the moment from the middle. It's McKay trying to dash clear. Loses it, however, to Barnes. Geelong desperately needs a steadying goal. Ablett soccers off the ground. Soccers it wide. Christie will be first there, but all too late. Just beats him over the line. Margin of 22 points, the biggest margin in the game.
Stephen Hocking now running with Greg Williams.
Madden with a height advantage over the leaping Barnes. Hocking. A snap by Buddha. Pulls back 6 points. 16 points the margin. And Hocking gets his first.
He's a great player for Geelong, Gary Hocking. It was almost monotonous last week the way he took the ball out of the middle there with Barnes doing the ruck work. Hocking sprinting through the middle there. And there we see that great play on replay. Terrific. Always at the fall of the ball. Bottom of the pack player, Gary Hocking.
7-3 plays 4-5. Plenty of time still left in this second term. The ball down towards half forward for the Blues. Leading in the race is Cook. Can't break the tackle, gets rid of the football. Don't know quite whether he got rid of it legitimately, but it's tidied up by McGrath. And Christou nearly took the mark, picked up by McKay. McKay goes straight in the Kernahan direction, punched away. The Crummers, this time it was Hinkley getting it away to Colbert. Colbert's kick, look at Couch. He's got some yardage here. Nearly run down by Hannah. Good chase by the Carlton player. Free kick in the back.
It was a great chase anyway by Will Hannah. He made up about 15 metres there on Paul Couch. And at least by doing that, has held up the play there.
Goes short, and the mark is taken by Hickmott. Hickmott's kick in towards full forward. Handley pushes out. Free kick, but advantage paid. Ratton's kick finds Whitehead. Whitehead's got the chance to go over the top, but he does well. Gets a little kick away, and the mark is taken by Brown. Brown quickly to no one in particular. It's to centre half forward though, where Cook has made good position. Elvin gets it to Christou. Christou can go short. Sexton's run all the way down from fullback. Kernahan couldn't take the mark. Here goes Barry Mitchell. He couldn't control it. Still underneath there is Mitchell. And a free kick again. I'd have to query that. 22 free kicks to 4 in favour of the Blues. And I don't think that I've ever witnessed a game of football where there should be such a great differential.
That's a huge imbalance, isn't it? Umpire at least awarding free kicks to the players that are prepared to get their body in. He's not rewarding the lurkers this afternoon. And Barry Mitchell may have had one of the Geelong defenders in his back.
Mitchell goes for goal and puts it through. He's got 2. So Mitchell's second goal is Carlton's 8th. And that booing from the Geelong contingent, the Blues lead by 22 points once again.
Yes, this in replay. Kernahan not able to take that mark. O'Reilly doing a pretty good job on him. There's Mitchell doing the roving. The ball spilling free. Mitchell putting his body in place. And O'Reilly may have fell into the middle of his back. Barry Mitchell looking to resurrect his career. 13 games last year with the Magpies.
Mitchell, Kernahan and Madden have each 2 goals from the middle. Hickmott tries to belt it clear towards Hocking. Should be another bounce.
2 very hard players opposed to each other. They're Matthew Hogg and Gary Hocking. He's been a good pickup, hasn't he, Matthew Hogg, since coming from Footscray?
My word, a very determined young man.
There are the free kicks that Robbo was talking about. 22 plays 4 in favour of Carlton. Madden and Barnes. Barnes coming over the top, trying to flick it back towards Hickmott. And now it's 23 plays 4. Mitchell starting to get a few touches. Use of the body. Listen to those ironical cheers of the Cat fans. At last for free kick. Colbert off to Andrew Wills. Kicks to centre wing. Handley getting a little too far underneath the football, and it's taken by Peter Dean. Williams is loose on half forward. Away goes Diesel. Away from Steve Hocking into Kernahan, and he doesn't let him down. No one in the square. Sticks is 45 out. Rain starting to fall yet again. Kernahan, tough shot. Very tough shot. Goes across the face and Barnes whacks it over from behind.
Sandy, very good advantage for the Blues, 8-4 to 4-5
with the rain coming.
Yeah, because we spoke about it being slippery.
Hickmott from half-back. Well, it's been Carlton's quarter so far, no question of that. Christou defends over the line away from Forsman.
Kicked 5 goals, 3 to Geelong's 2 goals, 1.
Cats making a change, Barnes off, and big Ben Graham from Leopold coming on for a run. Straight into the thick of things. Steve Hocking a touch. Forsman also. Riccardi close to the boundary line. Still going Peter Riccardi. Hickmott a short kick.
How far did that go?
How far did
5 yards.
Yeah, 6.5 metres, that one.
Well, a little has it, and that's how far it travelled. Very little. To half forward. And home. Ablett runs in to Diesel Williams. No drama there. Dean caught. Ping.
Yeah, great tackle there. Peter Dean saw the tackle coming and ducked his head.
I think his adrenaline got carried away there, Peter Dean. Here's Wills, who came off the bench a few minutes ago. He's had his second kick towards full forward. Handley couldn't take the mark. Scragg didn't have the ball.
Yep. Drag down there.
Handley will take the free kick. And he's only a matter of about 13 metres from goal on a very slight angle. Stephen Handley.
Coming in for kick number 3. And has taken 2 marks, playing at centre half forward on Peter Dean. Shooting
for a badly needed Geelong goal. He looks as though, no, he may have missed it, has he? Yes. Gee, where's Bernie? Today's football, with all the training they do, you miss from there, that's...
Well, it's almost unforgivable, isn't it, Robbo? But these
terrible.
things do happen. Players seem to tense up from that range. 20, 25 metres, they hold back a little bit. That's where they seem to get very nervous.
Just over 4.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Silvani not sure where to go. To the outer side and Mackay territory, to this side and Christou, or straight down the middle towards Madden perhaps. That's the target he picks. Big pack of players there. Brown was at the back. It spills free. Pickering a chance if it sits for him. He's caught by Hogg. Fine tackle. Mitchell tries to tap it on. Graham was there. Mitchell again. His confidence growing by the minute. Hogg caught. Hocking a chance. Mackay a fine tackle. The ball spilling free and over the line on the outer side. To 79, favouring the Blues in the kicking department. Williams is keen on the handball, does get a kick into the middle. They've got the players there. Cook leaves it for Christou. He sockets it down towards Alvin. Whitehead was there also. McGrath caught by Alvin. Tommy Alvin's tackling today has been extremely good. Mitchell starts the hand pass. Look out, hands are gone. Still no whistle, and a bounce, and Bernie Quinlan, a Brownlow medalist, is shaking his head in disgust.
Well, there's just some perplexing decisions here, or non-decisions this afternoon. I just cannot work out. I don't think the 3 umpires has done one thing to improve the game.
Whitehead to Christou McGrath.
Bernie, to qualify, I made a very severe comment in Adelaide a couple of weeks ago, and I've made a very emphatic comment again today, but it's 4 weeks old or 5 weeks old, the 3 umpiring, so I suppose we've got to give them some sort of chance.
Hinkley could have been taken high. McGrath, was he held? The umpire said no. Did he drop the football?
Yes.
Bernie says yes, the umpire said no. Hinkley gets a hurried high kick. Tough one for Sexton and also Hickmott. Through comes Riccardi. Claim. And we'll take a free kick. Peter Riccardi on centre wing.
Well, I guess a lot of these guys umpiring senior football today, because of the 3 umpires, haven't really done a lot of senior games, so there's that to consider as well. Good smother there by Christou, and that really is indicative of the way Carlton have played today, as against, well, very much so against Adelaide.
Brilliant smother there, Ange Christou.
And against Collingwood last week. Knocked to the back, Whitehead, harassed very well by Riccardi. Ball spills, Mackay tries to tap it clear. Underneath that, Hinkley, here's Graham. Riccardi, ball spills now wide. Sexton, no, Hannah goes in. Brewer, Hannah down, goes back in after it again. Ben Graham in there for Geelong, and the umpire will be forced to bounce right near the forward end of the square in favour of the Cats. They trail 4-6 to 8-4. We've got 2 minutes left. Madden takes it out of the air, gets a fairly well ineffective kick by Justin Standards off that right foot. Little's kick, well, good play by Hannah, because he forced the kick to be a short one, and Silvani is marked in the back pocket.
And kicks long to the outer side towards Madden. Mitchell waiting down in front. was buffeted across the line. That's good, hard, solid football by Gary Hocking. He kept the ball in play and turned it over to the Cats and gives Brewer the chance to goal. Much needed goal for the Cats, kicked by Brewer, but you can thank Buddha Hocking on the outer side.
It could have been very close to being out of bounds. I feel the Carlton players have stopped because they may have thought that.
Yes, well, that's one thing you must not do, Robbo. Just wait for the umpire's decision. There we see great bump by Gary Hocking, always doing the hard things for Geelong. Gets the hand pass out to Brewer from right on that 50-metre line. He sets sail for home and just makes the distance.
52 plays 36. Madden. Mitchell. McGrath. Now Hannah. Big Mills swings around, gives it off to Ratton, 75 metres out, puts it in towards Bond territory. Cook was caught behind, it ricochets away from Bond. Hinkley under a ton of pressure. Wills also back with Cook. Now Bond gets claim, kicks it high. It ricochets away from the pack to Brown. He somehow wobbles it towards Cook, sunk it off the ground for a goal. Was it Cook or was it Alvin?
It was Alvin.
It was 200 Tommy. And so the Blues have the answers at the moment.
There's 22-point advantage to the Carlton side here at Princes Park. Tommy Alvin, 200 games, recruited from Bairnsdale. Fraser Brown just didn't make good contact with that, and there he is, Tommy Alvin, getting the boot to it. Desperate play in a pack of about 4 or 5 Geelong players.
So Carlton should go in at half-time with an advantage. McKay kicks wide. Alvin and McGrath. Interesting, I get the feeling that Alvin may have a defensive role on Tim McGrath. He's one of Geelong's more attacking players across half-back, and Alvin's done a pretty good job to restrict Tim McGrath to just 7 kicks. Tommy's had 4 himself, including a goal. Boundary throw-in, 50 metres from goal. Kernahan doing the ruck work, knocks it clear. Chance for O'Reilly. Kick brilliantly smothered. Could turn this over. Ball still there. McKay goes for goal and misses by a long way in the finish and kicks her behind.
Great smother by Mitchell.
That was. It was a pity that they weren't rewarded with a goal there. Just terrific play from Barry Mitchell with that smother.
9-5 plays 5-6. There's Barry Mitchell in the picture. He's kicked 2 goals and had 11 possessions. The kick in goes to the far side. Wills takes the mark and runs away from Tommy Alvin. His kick goes near the wing. Oh, good stuff, Sexton. 2 of the younger up-and-comers for their respective teams, Sexton and Hickbott, but Sexton on top on this occasion. Between half-back and centre wing, he kicks near half-forward, punched away, ball rebounds, Mitchell, Williams, watch this kick. Greg Williams misses right on the siren, and does that score register? Yes. It's a behind a Carlton kick by that player. In picture, Greg Williams, and the Blues go in at half-time with a 24-point advantage.
The rain appears to have cleared at Princes Park. The Blues lead by 24 points. So we go into the all-important third quarter. Geelong going towards the scoring end, but Williams gets it to Brown, who starts Carlton down towards half-forward to Kernahan and O'Reilly. Backing up is Lee Colbert for O'Reilly, and he gets it short to Hinkley.
50 metres, Sandy, against Fraser Brown there on Ken Hinkley for just putting his hand in there and touching the ball when he needn't.
Free kick for Geelong. Compared to the Blues 23, there's a fine defensive mark taken by Peter Dean. Short to Hannah. Off to Silvani. Now McKay. Back again to Silvani. McKay does the shepherding. Here's a chance. Over the top to Bond. He's in trouble. Gives it back to Ratton. Loses it. Riccardi caught. He wants Wills. It went a little too far. Clashed with Hickmott. Mitchell's kicked a couple of goals and is growing in confidence. He's still going, and eventually buffeted over the line by Wills for throwing in the right half-forward flank area.
Great play from Silvani out of the back line. Was prepared to do the running, the hard running. Just unfortunate with that hand pass from Ratton. Not enough on it.
Counts, tries to get it away. Steve Hocking over the top. Another bounce. Fraser Brown. Barnes and Madden. Hinkley. High kick towards half-back. Whitehead does well. It's very slippery there. Has a look up towards full forward. Big pack of players. Waiting down. Tommy! Go for the soccer! One behind.
Terrific play by McGrath.
Wasn't it? It could quite easily have given away a free kick there, Tim McGrath. It looks set up for an easy Carlton goal. Great defence.
Short kick. It does work. Steve Hocking made it. In towards the centre. Bradley, good punch. Back towards half forward. Carlton force it forward. McGrath comes crashing through. He's got the run. A long kick in towards half forward. Dean from behind. Sexton's got the football. What's going to happen here? Sometimes when the players have the ball, then throw their hands out and let the tackler hold the ball to their chest, the umpire gives the free kick to the tackler.
And so they should too, Robbo, because they've made no legitimate attempt to get rid of the ball.
Well, on that occasion, the umpire allowed play to, be resumed by a bounce. Here's a chance now for Pickering across his left shoulder. Ablett, very, very good front positioning, and he's taken the mark only a matter of 12 metres out.
Very strong in the body, Gary Ablett is. There he is, throwing that arm back and just throwing Silvani off balance.
Is that legitimate?
I think Silvani was also doing a bit of holding. I don't think it was 50-50 there.
Tell you what, no wonder you won a Brownlow medal.
Yes.
You are the best fence sitter of all time. Ablett goes for goal. He doesn't miss those, Gary Ablett.
Now, hang on. One minute you're complaining about soft free kicks being given.
Well,
if it had been the other end of the ground and Carlton were in the same position,
oh no, I've got no argument with you. No, I'm only having a go at you.
Here it is again. Look, Silvani was all over him, grabbing hold of him, all over him.
Right.
Oh well, it didn't look all that good, did it?
I ask you, if he'd have hit him in the face, would it have been a free kick to Silvani?
Certainly.
61 plays 42. Madden wins it out of the centre towards Fraser Brown. Oh, Williams almost got crunched. Pickering gets the hand pass away to McGrath. He's under pressure from Alvin. Still going. And Tommy's still applying the pressure.
A bit stiff not to get a free kick there, Tim McGrath.
In Carlton's attacking zone. Madden deflects away from Barnes, who charges down. Eventually spills free and socket off the ground. Intelligent stuff.
Now, I ask you, how can that be when the player is being held?
That was a bad decision. He'd already got rid of the ball there, Cook. And then he was held after the initial incident. And the umpire right on the spot, he made it blue there, Robbo, no doubt.
Colbert drops short to Hannah. Off to Bradley. Craig Bradley's 7th kick. Oh, and a good mark almost to Colbert coming across the front of the pack.
It was a great attempt, wasn't it?
Terrific just
attempt.
about paid that.
Kernahan in a bit of trouble.
A couple that have come off second best, yes. Kernahan being one of them, and we'll have a look again.
Here's that attempted mark. Almost, not quite. No, he wouldn't have paid it.
Madden and Barnes. Brown says excuse me to his teammate, and he bends one back. Oh, Shane Warne spins, sees it go through from behind.
Kernahan may have hurt his left knee in that marking contest. He came down a little awkwardly, and the trainers were out very quickly, but running across centre half forward now, he's running fairly freely. Let's have a look at how he goes at this. He tries to intercept the mark from Barnes. The ball rebounds. Kick off the ground was by Bairstow. And a good mark. If it's not a mark, it's certainly a free kick to Sexton. At centre half back for the Blues. They go short. He does in towards the centre. Gatherers by Mitchell. Good one. Handball. In a bit of trouble. No, he's not. Whitehead did it well. Get rid of it quickly, Barry Mitchell. He does. Away to Christou. He took a little bit more time than necessary and then bombed away to half forward. No mark taken there by Barnes. Screaming through Williams. Now Ratton. 4 Carlton players in line there. Hogg goes for goal. And what has Matthew Hogg done? He's missed. And kicked just one behind.
It would have been a miraculous goal, that one, from Matthew Hogg.
Well, desperado extraordinaire is Matthew Hogg. 5 kicks and 1 handball. And the kick in by O'Reilly finds Colbert.
Short again to Pickering. He marks at half back. Cats have got to get a bit of a wriggle on. They're going to challenge the Blues in the final quarter. Kenny Hinkley in towards half forward. Hickmont unable to take the mark. Riccardi wanted Brewer going past, almost got him. Williams applies the pressure, back to Hinkley again. Somehow he can thread his way through some fairly heavy traffic towards Ablett. Couldn't take the mark. Dean to clear. Oh, Brown loose across the middle. Now they've got a chance to run. Whitehead's going with him even wider. Don't know that he can see him yet. He doesn't worry. He sets sail for home. That's a shocking kick.
Completely wasted there by Fraser Brown.
McGrath defends. A high kick back towards centre half back.
Free kick against Brown.
Now he's given the free kick away.
That's to Kane Little at half back.
Oh, he just jumped into the pack without even going for the ball there, Fraser Brown.
Frustrated because of his poor kick, I think.
Comes wide to Wills. Got a bit of room to move here.
The runner straight out to Fraser Brown.
Couple of bounces for Wills. Again, his target is Ablett, but he's beaten by Silvani. Fine effort to claim it. Off to Barry Mitchell, who's growing in confidence all the time. Up to half forward. Bond is loose and takes a fine diving mark.
He's a good kid, isn't he, Bond? He's been very impressive for Carlton this afternoon.
Kick number 6 for Troy Bond. Putting the Blues inside 50. Colbert over the top, an effective spoil. Williams and Kernahan combine. Sticks a short kick. Lovely vision, Mackay. Can go over the top and go on with it, and will result in a goal to Whitehead.
Touch.
No, it's touched on the line. Oh.
Is that just a little bit of overconfidence there, Bernie, do you think?
Possibly, Robbo. Possibly, but just trying to play on. I think the pace of the game these days, it's play on it all, on every occasion if you possibly can. But in that situation, he really should have gone back from 20 metres out and had a shot at goal there, Mackay.
Handley off, Graham on.
Kick in, comes to the members' side. Dean up high, good punch. Handball by Cook was good. Bradley loves these. Bradley, beautiful kick. Magnificent kick by Bradley. It was either a goal if Bond was prepared to let it go, and it may not be. Brown coming off, is he, Bernie?
Yeah, Fraser Brown off after that little indiscretion there earlier.
And Bairstow limping badly. Is leaving the ground. That's bad news for Geelong fans. And there's the goal. Second goal to Troy Bond. He kicked 1 in the second term, but bad news for the Cats with skipper Bairstow limping from the ground.
Well, he has had knee problems in the pre-season, a cruciate problem in fact, and missed a fair bit of the pre-season. There we see the replay. Great little measured kick there from Bradley, but that is terrible news for the Cats with their skipper off the ground, Mark Bairstow, with obviously a knee problem. 28
points is the margin in favour of the Blues. Barnes up high. Bradley after the football. Whitehead gathers. Handball to Christou. Christou across his right shoulder. A high kick in towards full forward. Kernahan goes for it, but so do 2 strong Geelong defenders. One of them O'Reilly. And it's bashed clear for a throw in about 45 metres from the Carlton goal as the Geelong medical staff work on Bairstow's knee. Barnes, Bond. Kick off the ground was by Hogg. Mitchell off the ground, ineffective. Close to the boundary line, Elvin just forces it over for a throw-in. And Tommy Elvin, after coming from Bairnsdale, registering 200 games for the Carlton Football Club today.
Yes, he's been a fine player for the Blues for many years now. Barnes trying to do the work behind. Hocking, as usual, at the bottom. So too is Bond for Carlton. Another bounce. 28 points the margin. And the Blues looking for their first win for the season. They climb off the bottom of the ladder. The Cats, after a disappointing opening, bouncing back against the Bulldogs. And a game that Terry Wheeler will always remember. Ball held to Steve Kernahan. Another bounce. Such an even competition, it's so important to get a good start to the season. Kernahan to Bond couldn't quite hold it. Wills soccers it clear. Past Hannah. Big Mill recovers nicely. Off to the sprinting Madden. Look at him go! Almost. Williams. Oh, did it nicely. Did it beautifully. Bradley. A high kick towards full forward. Fisted away. Still a chance for Carlton. They've got the numbers. The hurried kick is by Tony Lynn. He's a footballing nomad. And it's belted over the line for one behind. Tony Lynn, formerly of Central Districts, then headed north to Brisbane and the Bears. As once again Mark Bairstow continues to receive treatment for that knee, and Hanley is the other player on the bench.
The right knee's a problem, the knee that he had problems with in the pre-season.
O'Reilly to the outer side. Graham's his target, got a hand to it. Hocking. Away goes Buddha. Look out, Forsman, because Christou has you. May get another chance. No, it'll be Williams. Intercepted by Forsman. He will get another chance. His hand pass is under great pressure, and Williams makes sure the Cats go no further.
Williams was good in that exchange.
Yep. He's been good all day, Williams, really. These are the conditions that suit Greg Williams.
25 possessions.
Yeah, terrific effort. Not a good hand pass there coming from Gary Hocking, that initial one.
No, I think he was trying to get the Geelong player to burst clear of his opponent, and of course he couldn't do that. There's Couch, now Pickering. Ball rebounds, chance for Bradley, who's been pretty good. Bradley's kicked to half forward. Kernahan couldn't take the mark. Williams excellent. Bond gives away a little bit of ground. Ball rebounds for Little. Little's kick to half forward, punched away from Forsman by Christou. The Geelong player recovers the quickest, and his kick has been marked down there by Graham, who in turn gets it to Hinkley. Hinkley's kick out in front of Ablett. Ablett and Silvani. Silvani can't quite control it. Goes back after some good shepherding, and then kicks it high in the air.
3 against Ablett, I think.
And it will come back. It was marked by Dean. The free kick will go to Sexton.
Some good shepherding provided there by Michael Sexton.
In the back pocket. Good towards the wing. Prior ball.
Well tackled there by Matthew Hogg. He's doing a pretty good job on Hocking. Two of the hard players on the field this afternoon here at Princes Park. Matthew Hogg, recruited from Footscray.
Kicks over the centre. Buddha still not happy with that decision. Bradley. High kick inside 50 goes Carlton once again. Barnes elects to belt it clear. Opportunity for Alvin. Cleverly to Williams. Under pressure. Gets it away to Lynn. Heads for home and just sits it on top of the goalpost.
Well, Big Harry was in the goal square too there, calling for it. Better vision there from Tony Lynn. Would have seen a certain Carlton goal.
10-12 plays 6-6. Cats are going to have to get a wriggle on. Wills with that Forsman hairstyle. Kernahan to Dean. Short little chip, may not be short enough. He was looking for Whitehead, wearing the old David Glascott Guernsey, but not to be. Christou couldn't quite juggle it. Good shepherding will see him clear, or will it? Riccardi applied the tackle and got the football. 48 metres out, he heads for home.
He's hit after he kicked it there too, Riccardi.
And it's going to be down the ground. Riccardi is still down.
Silly play there by Christou. Nothing to be achieved by that one. Here we see it again, the kick. In he comes. Well, maybe I'm a little bit hard there, Robbo. Maybe a little bit hardy. And Christou there, fully committed. May not have been able to pull up.
Hickmott for a much-needed goal for the Cats. There's a way to the right. So, Geelong has added 1 goal, 1 in this quarter. Carlton have had their chances. They've added 1-6.
Silvani took the kick in and then tried to get it to Whitehead. And I go back a little bit further than you, Sandy. He also wears a jumper made famous here at Carlton by Brian Quirk. About 185 games, and quality games at that.
Did he play on the opposite wing to you, Robbo?
He kicked a few footballs to me, so we need to give him a bit of a rap there, Bernie. Here's Whitehead again into Mitchell. Mitchell gathering. Kicks towards half forward. It bounces just inside the boundary line, I would feel. Stephen O'Reilly there to see it over.
He's done a pretty good job too, Stephen O'Reilly. Kernahan's only had the 2 marks and 5 kicks for the afternoon.
Boundary throw in. Kernahan doing the ruck work against Barnes. Tries to take it out of the air. Unsuccessful. Simpson, that is, for Geelong. Pickering goes into Couch. Couch's little kick wide. Too wide, and Christou makes up good ground and takes the mark at left half back. He can go into the centre. Hogg. Oh, he's down by Simpson after he took the mark. 2 years ago, that was a 50-metre penalty. But Hogg not messing around. Kicks it inside 50 metres. At the back, Barnes takes a good mark for the Cats.
He's at half back. Comes straight down the middle. Waiting down in front was Hogg. The perfect spot for the Rover. Off to Lynn on left half forward. Centering to Madden. Just waits for it. Well, he is a part-time comedian and he's very, very good. This is Colbert. Short to half back. Lynn may get another chance. Down on all fours, off to Hogg. Shovels it forward towards Kernahan. He goes to ground, tries to shovel it out the back door. Wills intercepts and gives it to Hinkley. And Kenny Hinkley steadies. Kenny from Camperdown goes into the middle. Couch picks it up nicely on the half volley. To Steve Hocking. Back again towards Couch. A hurried kick under pressure. Peter Dean has plenty of time to pick this football up and find Hannah on centre wing. Look out! Ablett and Riccardi closing fast. Hannah could have had Bradley, but he elects to go longer. Up towards Kernahan. Couldn't hold it. Williams there. Kernahan at the bottom. That's where the football is. And another bounce.
Cook's been taken off for Carlton, and Andrew Cavernon's come on to replace him. At the other end of the ground, big Ben Graham playing at centre half forward with Handley off the ground, being picked up by Peter Dean.
So the bounce of the ball, and Cavington into the action already. Pickering couldn't get rid of it. Neither could Forsman get clear. Steve Hocking falling as he tried to get it clear. Bond successfully to Hannah. Hannah off that left foot, up towards full forward. Oh, great mark.
Has to be a Kernahan mark.
In the middle of 2 Geelong players.
But where's the defence, Robbo? Where's the Geelong defence?
Yes, the punch, I think. Oh, it wasn't attempted.
The punch was not attempted at all.
Right,
the attempted mark behind from Stephen O'Reilly. Too dangerous in that situation with Stephen Kernahan, 196 centimetres. Safety first.
Well, Kernahan kicked 2 good goals early in the game. So this is his opportunity to be the leading goal scorer on the ground and give Carlton what I would think could be a match-winning lead. 3 goals now to Kernahan, and the Blues lead by 35 points, 11-12 to 6-7.
Well, the real problem for Geelong has been across half forward. Now we see this in replay. And O'Reilly forgetting the golden rule there. Safety first, punch when in doubt. And from that situation went behind Stephen Kernahan with his height and marking ability. There's no other option.
So the Cats now in the gun. Barnes wins it down towards Mansfield, off to Couch. He's got to turn and swing back onto that left foot. In towards half forward. Graham's his target. Dean beats him. Hogg could have been held. Yes, said the umpire.
Geez, terrifically courageous. Not courageous, just hard at the football player.
He's a great competitor, right?
My word.
There's a real dip. Hogg goes back towards the centre. Kernahan taken high, according to the umpire.
Had a few words to say to his opponent then too, Big Steve.
28 free kicks to 12, favouring Carlton. Colbert marks at half back.
Played a good game, this boy.
Just over 4 minutes remaining in this third quarter. It was a quarter that Geelong really had to do something. if they're going to come back into this game. O'Reilly to Hinkley. Ken Hinkley, a high kick. It's his 11th for the game. Christou was the flyer. Oh, Hocking gave a decent old nudge. Play's allowed to go on. Brewer picks it up on the half volley, runs into trouble. The ball spills free, and it's Sexton who gets Carlton out of trouble. Back again towards Kernahan, not trying to mark, just trying to tap it over the back. Instead it falls to Craig Bradley. Okay for Carlton. Bradley's kick up towards half forward. Bond beats Wills.
Possession number 17 for Bond.
Got Madden down there in the square. Madden has the height advantage. A huge height advantage, but it's Barnes the leaper who belts it clear straight to Lynn. He's ridden into the ground. Play goes on, and it's cleared wide towards the centre wing, wide towards Little, who cannot keep it in play, and another throw will take place. Ablett was down there in defence.
Yeah, I know these rules.
Kick.
The rules are set up by the powers that be, but I'd love to see an umpire in a position like Tony Lynn was in then.
Do you think he's ridden into the ground?
Oh, Bernie, come on, Jesus. I mean, everyone thinks I'm a bit biased towards Carlton, but I would have said the same thing no matter what jumper he was wearing.
Hawkins, hand pass goes straight to Hannah. Now Williams setting them on their way again. McKay, Hogg, look out. Gets his kick down towards half forward. Tommy Alvin marks in front.
And Greg Williams slow to get to his feet behind play. A few pats on the back there from his teammates. He's played a terrific game today, Greg Williams. There's that mark, strong mark in front, Tommy Alvin.
27 touches for Williams. And Tommy Alvin in his 200th game kicked a goal in the second quarter. The boy from Bairnsdale has a chance to make it 2. And really, Carlton's starting to draw away.
They've been a very, very good kindergarten for VFL, AFL footballers, Bairnsdale.
Certainly has. There's number 2 to Tommy. Well done. The Blues shoot further ahead. 12-12 to 6-7.
There's some good players from Bairnsdale, Robbo, over the years.
Brian Royal.
Yes.
Jimmy Edmond.
Kevin Cavanaugh. He would have played in your era, wouldn't he? Hawthorn centre half forward.
Yes, I think he was a reluctant recruit, Kevin Coverdale, but finished up playing quite a few games with the Hawks. Around about, he played in 63 when they were in the final. Barnes to do the ruck work for Geelong. The Cats would have to be desperate now. Bradley forces it to half forward. McGrath misses it. Gathered by Kernahan. Another chance here. The hand pass came from Lynn, was it? No, maybe Mitchell looking for Hannah.
Free against Ablett. Too high on Will Hannah. Ablett has been moved away from the full forward position. Maybe playing across half back is he at the moment?
He could be on the ball.
On the ball maybe, or across half back.
Brewer
of course,
full forward.
He has played in defence before, Gary Ablett. Half back and centre half back.
Well, Hannah, he kicks the ball long distances when clearing from half back. Let's see what he can do here. 50 metres from goal.
Beautiful.
He gives it a decent old roost, and it's a goal. Great kick by Milhana. The Blues now with 7 different goal scorers. 13-12 plays 6-7.
4 goals to 1 in this third quarter. It's been really all Carlton since quarter time. Mitchell has been fairly impressive this afternoon. Let's have a look at this again. Hannah with his head down, taken high by Ablett. And a wonderful kick from the 50-metre line.
And here at Optus Oval in the latter part of the third quarter, the Blues in the lead. 90 plays 43. Brewer beaten for it by McKay. Get rid of it, young Whitehead. He does to Bradley. Bradley in towards half forward. Mitchell, Hickmott. Ball spills for McKay. Can't quite control it. Now it's not clear. McGrath, his high kick, goes out towards right half forward for the Cats, and the mark is taken by Mansfield.
Just on a minute remaining. Mansfield long and low in towards half forward. Graham almost caught out of position. Bounces over the back. A chance for Brewer. High, wide kick is anything but handsome. And Milhana will bring it back into play. It's been the Blues quarter. They've kicked 4 goals, but more importantly, they've restricted Geelong to only 1. He goes very much across the ground, finding Whitehead. McKay 30 metres further on. He can go over to Christo if he wants to. Well, it's not a good kick. That's who it was designed for. But it was a little too far for him.
And unless those kicks are spot on, it can rebound to your disadvantage.
Hinkley to Hocking. Gary Hocking towards Ablett and Hannah. And held it away from the Geelong champ and over the line by Mill Hannah. 2 goals, 3 for Ablett today. Just about siren time. Maybe time, if they're good enough. Madden gets the hand pass away. They love him at Carlton. Whitehead to half-back. No mark taken. Look at the hand pass of Williams. Beautifully done to Hogg, and away goes Carlton. Perhaps there's time enough for them. Past Ratton. Riccardi, runs into trouble.
Straight into Kavanagh. And I think the umpire with a few words to say to Andrew Kavanagh. Here we see it again. A hand pass. That didn't look all that good, did it, in the replay? He was hit fairly severely there, Peter Riccardi.
While he's in the hands of the trainers, it's right on siren time. Hocking takes the kick, but it's 3/4 time, and a quarter that's belonged to Carlton. And at the final break, the Blues are 13-12-90. Geelong 6-7-43. Into the final quarter here at Princes Park. And a big ask for the Cats. And after Carlton dominated in the 3rd quarter, Geelong lost skipper Bairstow with looked to be a knee. Mansfield, mud-splattered though he may be, will go back and take his kick just forward of centre. Well, they want 2 or 3 very quick goals to have any hope. He kicks it long and high. Penetrating kick down towards the forward line. Sexton was the spoiler. Dean, high kick under pressure. Hogg and Mitchell, and it was Mitchell who charged towards the football. He's had a pretty good game, Barry Mitchell. Sexton, kick partly smothered. Hanley working hard. Out it comes towards Williams. Oh, he's clever. Off to Mitchell. Those two have combined pretty well at times today. Into half forward. Kavanagh couldn't take the mark. Colbert defending now for the Cats. Gets the handball over the top. Hinkley takes it from half back and drifts it wide to Hickmott. He's got a little bit of space on centre wing. But Geelong need goals and they need them badly. Hickmott towards the 50 once again. Towards Ablett. But Silvani's had a hold on him today. Restricting him at the moment to just a couple. Sexton's kick is high. McKay was held and should be free kick. He will be. We'll take it on half back.
Andrew McKay, who's been very good for the Blues, 20th possession. Kick towards centre wing. Kernahan misses it. O'Reilly sees it over for the Cats. And on centre wing, members' side of the ground, a boundary throw-in will take place. Justin Madden, John Barnes at the back, Craig Bradley. Tap down really ineffective. Williams grab. Goes Mitchell, and the umpire will call for a bounce. 13-12 plays 6-7. So if the Cats could only kick 6 goals in 3 quarters, it would be nigh on impossible for them to kick another 6 in the last quarter to win the game. Hogg, who's played a terrific game. Matthew Hogg, cover yourself in glory. Touched, is it? Free kick in the goal square. Was a goal. Free kick given to Colbert, and he rebounds to Hinkley.
Never seen a man so shocked as Matthew Hogg. He was running back to the centre with his arms raised, then he turned around and his look of disappointment. Into half forward now for Geelong. They might turn it round and give the Cats a goal. They desperately need one. Couch across to Hickmott, wide to Pickering, pulls it back with the left foot, but it's not pulled back far enough. One behind. To Liam Pickering. Silvani just chipped short to Christo in the back pocket. Banch. Short again. Finds Ratton. Down to half back. Comes inboard to Silvani. Sweeps the hand pass to Hogg. He's got over the disappointment of missing the goal. He gives it to Mackay. 75 metres out. He goes long towards Alvin, who gets back. Almost took the mark and almost interfered with. Crunch goes Bond, who threw it out the back.
Threw it.
And that one was noticed.
I'll tell you what, Silvani's played a very good game at fullback today, Robbo, for Carlton, picking up the very dangerous Gary Ablett. And we see this, oh, look at that, that was almost a free kick before.
Yep.
Very lucky to get away with that, Geelong.
But it's Wills who takes the kick. Williams' use of the body is always good. To Kernahan, back to Williams. Tried to flick it out to Bradley, but taken by Couch. Mackay in the middle. What sort of a bounce will he get? Very favourable. Short to the sprinting Madden. He can't get there, but Alvin can. Maybe it was meant for Tommy.
He might have found a new posse for himself, half-forward flank.
He's played all right, hasn't he, Tommy Alvin, in his 200th game?
Madden down in the square. So too Cavender. Alvin has kicked a couple, and he might fancy this goal-kicking caper. He's gone for the doctor there, and is away to the right, and one behind. So Tommy's contribution is 200. There's 2 goals, 1. And the Blues looking pretty safe and solid at this stage, 91 to 44.
Yeah, miserable scoreline for the Cats. Only 6-8 in modern-day football. They've got some serious thinking to be done. Hannah, a big punch from behind, gathered by Hogg. He's capping a tremendous game off. Alvin should go in and goal. Touched off the boot. He missed anyway, I think.
Great play by Hogg, bursting out of that pack, delivering the hand pass, 20-metre hand pass to Tommy Alvin.
And Hogg, 12 kicks and 4 handballs. And the job that was given to him was to mind Gary Hocking. Pickering at centre-half back. Hand pass to Kenny Hinkley. Hinkley forced to kick with the left foot, gets good distance with it. An excellent mark taken by Dean. One of the favourite sons here at Princes Park, now known as Optus Oval. Peter Dean goes in short. Mitchell is marked on centre wing. Mitchell, he's had, 20 possessions, and his kick has been marked by Kernahan. And Stephen Kernahan, 50 metres from goal. Looking to kick short, he does in the finish. And a good mark taken by Mackay. Desperate stuff shown by the Carlton half-back, All-Australian last year, and only in his 2nd season. Well, wouldn't have kicked too many goals, I wouldn't have thought. Mackay goes for his kick, it bends around beautifully, it's a goal! Big smile on the face of Andrew Mackay. He kicks his first goal, and the Blues go marching on, 14-14 to 6-8.
Is in fact, Robbo, his first goal for the season, 8th career goal since coming to Carlton in his 25th game.
Sound like Bruce McAfee, doesn't he, Bernie Quinlan, with all those statistics?
Shoe size.
And a runner-up at the McGarry medal also, Andrew Mackay. He's been a terrific battler for Carlton.
98 plays 44. This is turning into a trouncing for the Cats. Couch's kick only as far as Christou. A high ball back towards half forward. It eludes several, not Wills, but he can't take it cleanly. Bradley through, but the whistle had sounded. It will come back, Diesel.
Christou very solid across half back too today, Robbo, hasn't he? He's been very good.
Player, Ange Christou.
10 and 3.
Wills started on the bench. Kicks towards Barnes at half forward. Graham at the back. May get a favourable bounce. The big man does. Needs someone going past. Well, it's Rover Hanley. Hanley with a left foot snap. And off for one behind.
3 behinds to Hanley. This is where they really missed Stoneham across half forward. There's been nothing happening all afternoon for Geelong across half forward.
Kicked just 6 goals, 9. In fact, they've managed only 4 goals since quarter time. Been very disappointing. Carlton, on the other hand, have run away with it. Mackay.
Very loose check.
Goes to Sexton. Off to Mitchell. Barry Mitchell's had a pretty good game. Another one to Rack. Under pressure. Back to Sexton. He followed play down. Short little chip. Most effective. And this man would be one of the best on the ground, if not the best. Hogg. 16 possessions.
Well, he's done his job, hasn't he, Sandy?
Yep.
He's been in everything. Competed very hard with Gary Hocking. He kicked a beautiful goal on the run before, only to have it disallowed. This one from 50 metres.
No, he's pulled it to the left. Just trying to get that little bit of extra distance.
You should keep writing on my record. You won't be able to tell who's kicked what.
14-15. Plays 6-9. O'Reilly. Short to Colbert. He marks in the back pocket.
Talking about players that have done well, Lee Colbert for Geelong has been pretty good. Little has marked just behind the wing. Kernahan minding the mark. Little's kick goes in towards the centre, and completely misjudging that was Brewer. Dean gets it to Hannah. Hannah goes long, not long enough. I feel as though his kick was meant for Cavanon. Fell in short, and McGrath took the mark, gets it back to Brewer. Brewer on centre wing. Short kick, and a good mark taken by Simpson in front of Ratton. His hand pass goes to Gary Hocking. Gary Hocking, kick up towards full forward. Good mark, Silvani. There's a player that you might put in your 3-2-1s. Bernie, you've been wrapped in his game.
Yeah, he's played a terrific game at full-back today, Steve Silvani. I think he can only play full-back or full-forward, Robbo.
Yes.
He's better suited there.
Pickering receiving from Gary Hocking. Kicks towards full forward. Silvani held by Ablett. Silvani will take the free kick, and for reasons that are pretty obvious now, we'll mention the free kick situation. It was 19 or 20 to 4 early in the game. It's now 32 free kicks to 17. At half time it was 23 to 5. Now Ratton has the football in the back pocket for the Blues.
Kicks towards the half-back line, towards Kernahan. Fisted away from him. Steve Hocking. Normally tucked away in the back pocket, might have just about kicked a goal. No, into the post. His first score for the day. Been a very quiet day for Steve Hocking. Just a couple of kicks and a couple of hand passes. Not so for this man, Silvani. He's had an excellent day, and the better of the great Gary Ablett. Hannah. 12th kick towards centre wing, Mackay. The elders Woolbire lets fly up towards the right half forward flank. Colbert defending. Goes back again towards centre wing. Kernahan intercepts, doesn't hold the mark. Mackay will give it back to his skipper, however. Tumbling the punt over the top towards Brown and Williams. Look out, Brown. He comes inside with a hand pass. Pickering couldn't take it initially, now Hinkley. Fine smother. And over the line. Kavanagh, the man doing the work, in front of the scoreboard here at Princess Park that shows the home side leading by 53 points. Barnes doing a little bit of holding on. Mitchell couldn't take it. Brewer through for the Cats. Kicks towards centre wing. It's going to be a big win, however, for Carlton. Peter Dean. Been a great defender over many years for Carlton. 166 games.
Madden doing the ruck work up against Ben Graham. Ball goes through the back. Brown and Ratton combine, and Ratton's kick is a bit of an up and under. Punched away from Kernahan by O'Reilly. Mitchell does well. Kernahan expertly to Hannah. Hannah back to Mitchell. Mitchell gets underneath the kick. And a good mark taken by Barnes. Too tall and had to sit pretty well on Tommy Alvin then. And Barnes telling the umpire that he's going to that far side of the ground, out in front of the scoreboard. Good mark taken out there by Colbert, who's improving his stats.
8th mark for the day to Lee Colbert. 12 kicks and 6 hand passes.
And he's had a fairly big job back there in defence for the Cats. Carlton 14-15 lead Geelong 6 goals 10. The ball up to half forward, but it's going to rebound too easily, much too easily for Geelong's sake. Madden, Bradley, Dean, lovely little left foot kick by Dean. Madden has got it. He can get it over to Bond. Too slow. Bond dispirited back there because he was there for a long time. Eventually Madden kicks it in his direction.
Lovely throw.
Does that mean he can't handball with his left hand?
But why wouldn't the umpire award a free kick?
Well, it may have been out of bounds before he delivered it. But,
well, I'm not too sure, Robbo.
I think that boy
pretty close.
That boy will get some tuition during the week with that left-hand handball. Dean, ruck work. Williams, Mitchell left it. Brown tried to get clear. Geelong will now, gathering at Hinkley, shrugs the tackle. Little kick by Hinkley, finds McGrath, gives it back to Hinkley. Hinkley's run up from half-back. One bounce, kicks it in towards full forward. Marking contest? No, it wasn't. Hickmott got it quite safely in the finish on his chest, and he's got the kick about 35 metres out, directly in front.
Clever mark there by Hickmott. Maybe an option for Geelong would have been to put Ken Hinkley onto that forward line. He's done it before and kicked goals.
Hickmott goes for goal. The floating punt kick gets the distance and the accuracy. His first goal, and Geelong's 7th, but they trail by 47 points.
It's a very disappointing performance here by the Cats this afternoon. After last week when they trounced Footscray down at Cardinia Park. There's that goal kicker, Adrian Hickmott. A very well judged mark.
Just under 9 minutes remaining. As we remain in the middle with Craig Bradley for another bounce. Madden and Barnes. Madden has front spot. Whitehead gets it, some holding on going. And then Pickering will take it from the centre. Heads towards Ablett. Couldn't take it, recovers beautifully. McKay is away. Bradley belts it over the top to accommodate Hannah. He may run out of room, Mick Mill. Throw in on the outer side. Again, Madden and Barnes. As the gulls descend upon Princes Park. Couch. Started in a blaze of glory. Hocking picked it up nicely on the half volley off to Hickmott. Kick one just a few minutes ago. Sexton couldn't take it cleanly. Cry of ball from the Carlton fans.
Great tackle by Dean.
Peter Dean, yeah. Great to have him back in this Carlton side.
Mansfield certainly feeling that. Here it is again, look at that. He is going nowhere.
Playing game number 166 today, Peter Dean, for the Blues.
Ablett, don't tell me.
Oh, Sandy.
Well, he's been beaten for the bulk of the day, but he can still produce the magic. That's his third, and the Cats 8. 8-10 plays 14-15. They don't come much better than that.
That's a miraculous goal from the magician Gary Ablett on the left boot, hard up against the boundary line. Carlton players all around him as Bill Hannah comes off the ground to be replaced by Koutafidis. Stephen Silvani has played a wonderful game here this afternoon on Gary Ablett though.
Bounce back in the centre. Barnes takes the advantage. McKay tries to tap it on. Kick off the ground by Barnes. Handley caught with the football. Brown got him. No free kick. Christou's little kick. Tap forward by Mitchell. Bradley in trouble in the centre of the ground. It's a very, very sticky area. But look at Bradley. He is one of the most professional footballers that's played the game in the last 10 years. The kick has been marked by Colbert. Colbert goes out towards half-back. Whitehead just a little bit too late and a little too short there. And Hinkley is marked for the Cats.
9 marks to Lee Colbert. He's been probably, close to Geelong's best player.
Hinkley coming up for possession, number 19. A short kick and he finds Pickering closer to the centre of the ground. Pickering's kick in short. Christou makes up good ground, but an excellent mark. I would have nearly paid that. Mansfield gets it to Simpson. Simpson in turn to Little. Little transfers play to half forward, but the kick's too short. It's taken by Ratton. Rebounds. Mitchell caught and dragged to the ground. A good effective tackle was affected there by Mansfield. Little's kick off his left foot and showing lots of courage with eyes on the football was Andrew McKay at half-back for the Blues. Goes pretty well across the ground. Madden, looking like the ballerina that he is, he handled that beautifully, kicks it out towards the centre wing area, and Cook takes a good diving mark in front of Colbert. Colbert, it's Cook, in towards the centre. Bradley nearly let it slip. We've got just over 5 minutes left. Bradley, lovely kick of the football, no exception. Up towards the forward pocket region. Back there is Simpson. Handball to Hinkley, gets past Kernahan, and Hinkley will rebound for Geelong.
Goes back towards McGrath, who marks on the defensive side of centre. 11 kicks for Tim McGrath, 3 marks. Sneaks away from Brown. Kicks over the middle. Graham started on the interchange. Wobbles one forward to accommodate Barnes. McKay. They still have another shot. Hickmott, it's a high kick in towards Mansfield and Ablett. It bounces clear. Going to be kept in play by Barnes. Can he bend one miraculously back? Handley can't complete the mark. He soccers off the ground, the big man, and has kicked it. Oh, Handley.
He couldn't get one from in front with 3 shots.
and he's got his first.
That was amazing.
So a couple of quick ones, putting some respectability on the board for the Cats.
Well, that's just one of those hacks out of mid-air where you hope that something might work out. And that's exactly what it did there. The goal umpire didn't have to move straight over the top of his head. Stephen Handley, a quiet afternoon at centre-half forward.
Madden gets a big fist to it. It doesn't really clear the pack of players around that centre circle. Koutafides ineffective. Stephen Hocking gets it to Hinkley. Hinkley goes straight down the ground. The Blues look as though they may have stopped. Dean well tackled. Ball spills. Silvani a little tap on for Ratton. In turn Christou, and the Blues get out of trouble. And this should be marked down on the wing by Lynn. And a good diving effort by Tony Lynn. Had a second grab at it and controlled it down to the ground. Back onto the right foot, gets good distance with the kick in towards full forward. At the back, Mitchell beaten for it by Simpson. Simpson dispossessed, too high. Mitchell's tackle started around the shoulders, then went up too high. Well, have another look, and it was a jumper that he grabbed hold of, but Simpson's got it. And he kicks it wide for Wills. Wills is at left half back. He's got metres in front of himself, decides to go short, and finds McGrath, who is on centre wing.
Under 3.5 minutes remaining. The Blues perfectly safe. McGrath kicks towards Ablett and Silvani. The latter punches clear to the sprinting Madden. McGrath charges in on top of him. The question is asked of holding the ball, but Madden now will have to pick himself up and do the ruck work.
You think there are any dispensations given to Justin Madden because he's such a big, tall man? He didn't really attempt to get rid of that football.
There wasn't much of an attempt, was there? I wouldn't think so, though, Robbo, just the way the umpire sees it at the time.
I think he thought he may have got one for in the back. Barnes comes over the top of him. And another bounce. So Carlton will open their Premiership challenge for 1994 with their first win. Whether they climb off the bottom remains to be seen. Depends on other matches. Sexton belts it wide to accommodate Bradley. Craig Bradley's away. Kick number 18 coming up. Away he goes over the middle towards Alvin. Beaten on this occasion by Simpson. Swings it into the centre towards Barnes. Needs help. Gets the player going past. The Cats trying to finish with the flurry as Pickering's kick goes up towards full forward. The defence has stood strong all day. Christou starts it off. It comes back towards half back. And Handley stands his ground as Williams charges into him.
That's unbelievable. That's a free kick to Geelong.
It certainly was. Williams didn't have eyes for the ball at all.
Mitchell and Williams, it hasn't been paid. Geelong fans not happy, and Whitehead marks on centre wing. Whitehead towards the 50-metre line, towards Kernahan. Steve Hocking, claim, gets the hand pass away to O'Reilly. Off to Hinkley. From centre wing, he drifts it in towards McGrath at half forward. Can't complete the mark. Hickmott gets a bit of space, swings round, kicks high up towards Ablett and Silvani once again. It bounces away to Christou. He's certainly done his job. Ange runs out of room eventually and takes a kick. Good diving mark taken by Hickmott.
He's put in this afternoon, Adrian Hickmott. 6 marks, 15th kick coming up, and 6 hand passes.
70 metres out. High drop punt into a big pack of players. Dean caught. Must be.
Yes. Good decision.
Had to be.
He had the opportunity to get rid of the ball there, Peter Dean. Decided to go one way, then the other. There he is going the other way, trying to get around Ablett initially.
Gee, he won't surrender that footy.
Well, you better surrender it pretty quickly or there'll be a 50-metre penalty.
Challenge bank ought to employ him. It's as secure as the bank safe, that footy then.
Oh, Robbo, yeah, Tim McGrath anyway, who's been moved to the forward line.
And this will be one of the last kicks of the day. Just 15 seconds left. McGrath directly in front. 25 metres out. He's got a goal. His first. And Geelong scoring their 10th. 10-10 plays 14-15.
Timmy McGrath kicked his first career goal last week against Footscray down at Cardinia Park. And 2 goals now to Tim McGrath. We've got a flood of goals there. We see that tackle there. Terrific tackle applied by McGrath on Peter Dean, who had an opportunity, could have got the ball to the boot.
Back in the middle. It's time only for a bounce. It's all over with victory going to Carlton. The final scoreline here at Princes Park. Carlton 14-15, 99, eclipsing Geelong 10-10-70, the margin 29 points.